So this is my audience here, and I will be doing my presentation on the effect movies have on us humans. Movies have a lot of effects on us. My four main points are going to be on fact and fiction, the education, emotion, and how they can change or manipulate our minds. Movies tend to affect us in many ways, to the fact that we can't even sometimes tell the difference between fact and fiction. There's movies where, for example, like Braveheart, we see that it's based on a true story, yet many people can't watch the movie and tell what's fake or what's true. Yeah, it's true that he was a hero for Scotland, but it's not true that he killed someone and jumped off the balcony to ride off in his horse. We see also that in movies like Top Gun, after people had watched it, there was a 500% recruitment in the Navy just because people thought that they were going to be the next Tom Cruise, or how CSI Miami makes people want to join forensics. We also see that in movies like Karate Kid, there was a big explosion on kids that wanted to join karate because they thought they could be the next Karate Kid. For Jaws as well, which was a very popular movie that came out in the summer, we see that a lot of people were terrified of sharks to the point where we humans nearly almost made them extinct because of our fears that were irrational. The movies that we also watch tend to educate us, or shows tend to educate us, sometimes correctly and sometimes incorrectly. In a correct form, it would be like the show Mythbusters, where we see that they go out every day and they prove theories that may or may not be true. And that's how we learn some scientific things from their show. But there's also things like, if you were to get arrested, people think that they have their one phone call. But in reality, the cop would just laugh at you because they know that that's just something that is made up in movies and not something that is true. Also, if you go to a jury, the people that train you have to go and sit down with everybody to explain to them that this is not a movie. You're not going to be helping solve a murder case. You might, but it's not like the big possibility. So you could be just watching someone get a traffic ticket or because they ran a stop sign. So they always have to debrief people on the fact that these movies or these shows don't always translate the truth. There's another big thing too that people don't know, is that places like countries like Paris may not be the thing that you expect it to be when you go there. The people might not be nice, they might not want to speak your language, or you also know how if a cop takes you to jail, you have your right for Miranda rights. So a movie has a big effect on us, on our emotions too. A movie can affect us by making us happy. It can make us feel love. It can make us feel scared or even angry. Movies have a big impact on the way we feel and the things that we do. When we're watching movies, we can leave the theater feeling happy that our hero saved the day, that our hero did his job. We also feel happy that our character got the happy ending that they deserved. But that also translates to other things, such as movies where heroes, that we want to be heroic, that we see them and we leave there wanting to complete a deed or do something good for our neighbor. We feel there with love, that we watch a movie and we're like, oh, I love that. Oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I love how they got together. We do that a lot of times in our shows, our novelas, whatever we decide to watch. We also feel scared. Nowadays, directors have learned powerful methods that just with the music that they play, we already start feeling scared because of the music that they play, we think that the shark is gonna come. Or we scream at the TV saying, don't open the door, even though the person might open that door anyways. So these directors also learned that the music that we hear has a big effect on if we're gonna be scared or we know who's gonna jump at us. So we're also very intelligent with that. We can also feel angry. There's been studies on men and women that show that when these people are exposed to high levels of violence that they see on their TV, they become a violent person in their environment. They're different, they act different. So that's also something that we see with our emotions. And the last point that I like to make is that movies have the power to change or manipulate our minds. For example, we have movies like the American Sniper, where we learn about the effects that PTSD have on our troops, have on our soldiers, that it's not just fun and games, but that it's very serious. We see in movies like The Butler how racism is very big in America and how it affects the lives of good and honest people. We see in the movie Spotlight the corruptness that places like a church could have, Catholic churches have on the people, that they could steal, that they're not everything they say they are. We also see that there are a lot of videos and a lot of documentaries that people make that show us the truth of our governments. So we can see that our government, or anything else, honestly, whatever someone decides to make a movie or a show of, that if we watch a certain video and if that person has the goal of changing our minds, they can and they possibly will achieve that goal. And that's my presentation. Thank you.